Christopher Bell on the outside lane will lead the field to the green, and we are racing in the Pala Casino 400 in California. 3 wide, almost 4 wide already, forming middle of the pack down into turns 1 and 2. One driver down on the inside lost about 4 or 5 positions. Must not have just taken off well on the start. Meanwhile, at the very front, they're 3 wide for the race lead. Now for second, as nearly Stenhouse crowds the 48 of Bowman into the outside wall. Didn't realize he was there. In the process of trying to get off him, he swung down to the bottom and almost sideswiped the 22 of Joey Logano. Kyle Busch almost down in the grass in the middle of the corner. Stenhouse now has to get out of the gas off the exit of turn 4. Loses more spots as they split 4 wide off the exit of the corner. Truex going to give a bump draft to Chris Buescher, and Stenhouse hung out to dry in that middle to upper groove. Meanwhile, at the front, Alex Bowman to the bottom of the racetrack will take the lead into turn 1. And a big push on the inside from Logano to the back of Hamlin that will clear Denny Hamlin in the middle of 1 and 2. Might have bogged down the 22 just a little bit as Kyle Busch will now get to the inside of him. Chastain did not take off well on the outside of row 1 as he's got Kyle Busch underneath them. Both the 22 and the 11 have cleared the 1, similar to Blaney, who was on the front row on the outside on the last restart, and the first 2 cars also got around him initially. Spinner off of turn 2, actually middle of the back straightaway. A.J. Allmendinger headed for the inside wall and compacts it hard with the driver's side door. Caution flag is out for the 4th time today, and a pretty hard impact for A.J. Allmendinger into the inside wall, bringing out another caution. Green flag back in the air. One car gets spun into the wall. Oh, big pile up middle of the pack as the field was coming into the green. Ryan Preece, Eric Almirola, Ryan Blaney's around. Ty Dillon's in the grass. Reddick is in the grass. Somebody did not take off in the middle of the pack and caused a massive crash. Christopher Bell hit hard with another car. He's got severe damage. Keselowski went around. That was a mess. Somebody did not get going on the restart. Waiting on a replay here, but there was a major stack up middle of the pack, and it turned about 8 cars around. And 3 wide at the very front off the exit of turn 2. Logano, Hamlin, obviously, and then Byron down underneath trying to keep up with the 11 and the 22. Run by the car on the outside lane of Logano will propel him clear nearly of Hamlin and Byron. Now with a push from Chastain from behind. May launch the 22 a little bit wide in the center of the corner. It does. Byron down to the bottom. Chastain looking into that kind of like middle lane in between Logano and Hamlin, trying to get as much clean air as he can. Drops in line behind the 22. On the 2-mile oval at least. Harvick on the outside of the front row. Kyle Busch on the inside. Chastain giving a push to the back of Kyle Busch. Outside lane car hasn't taken off too well in the restart so far. Harvick only loses the lead, but doesn't end up getting any more spots beyond that, and Kyle Busch is going to be clear off the exit of turn 2. One car pulling out of line. None other than Ross Chastain taking it 3 wide for the lead. Gets by Harvick, but can't clear Kyle Busch. Busch leads off turn 2. Harvick has to get out of the gas behind the 1. Almost clocks the 22 of Logano on the outside. Even tighter 3 wide further back around Chase Briscoe, William Byron, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Field funnels into 3 and 4. Chastain going for the lead to the inside of Kyle Busch. 4 wide middle of the pack between a couple of Hendrick Motorsport Chevrolets, the 17 of Buescher and the 47 of Stenhouse. Side by side at the line. Logano looking low. 3 wide. Chastain blocks him almost down into the grass. Logano to the lead into turn 1 as he clears the 1 and the 8. That block did not work, but as Logano slides back into the outside lane, it's Chastain who tries to occupy the bottom. They almost make contact to get off turn 2. Logano wiggles. Busch has to get out of the gas to let the 22 go. And Suarez is up to 3rd with Keselowski now in 4th. Looking to the inside of Suarez into turn 3. Chastain back into the race lead. Suarez, his teammate, looking for 2nd on Logano in 3 and 4. Hamlin down to the apron as well as Austin Dillon trying to pick up some spots. Kyle Busch fell all the way back to 6th. Suarez, Logano still side by side for 2nd, and out of nowhere, here comes Chase Elliott now behind the 22 of Logano as he pushes him at the end of the front stretch. Logano with a launch into turns 1 and 2. Up the middle goes Elliott between the 99 and the 22. Busch down low, 4 wide for 2nd place. Off the exit of turn 2, the 9 has to lift. Logano's in the wall on the outside, and Busch has just passed 3 cars in one corner to get back to 2nd. What a move by Kyle Busch. Logano bounced off the wall on the outside. The 9 and the 99 stagnated underneath him, and the 11 of Hamlin will push him back clear into turns 3 and 4. Logano, meanwhile, holds on to second. Keselowski gets by Hamlin on the outside, now to the outside of the 9. Near contact further back between Harvick and Buescher after Harvick has lost a ton of spots on the restart. Off of turn 4, final time, Kyle Busch is going to win in the final Cup race at Fontana on the 2-mile oval and wins his first race with his new team at Richard Childress Racing.